When I was 20 years old, my mom implored me to buy a home. Partially, she probably wanted me out of her home, but the other thing was she understood the long-term appreciation of real estate and how the amortization of the mortgage, as the mortgage went down and the value went up, she knew that that was going to create a tremendous amount of wealth for me. And I am sure grateful for that incredible advice looking back. You know, every 3 years, the Federal Reserve does a research program where they go out and they look at the net worth of homeowners as compared to renters. And this report, called the Survey of Consumer Finances, just came out for 2019. This report is done every 3 years. And in this report, it shows a staggering and increasing gap in wealth between homeowners and renters. As you can see, going back to 2010, the gap in wealth was about $198,000, meaning the average homeowner was $198,000 more wealthy than the average renter. Fast forward that to 2019, which is the last time this report was done and the most recent data, you'll see that the gap between renters and homeowners has increased to $249,000. So that's a roughly 25% increase in the gap of wealth between homeowners and renters. And you'll see that in 2019, the average net worth of a renter was only $6,270 as compared to the average net worth of a homeowner, $254,900. And obviously with the incredible amount of appreciation that we saw in 20 and continue to see in 2021, that wealth gap is just going to increase. In fact, if you look at the average household net worth of a homeowner, now $254,000, compared to a renter, you'll see that the average homeowner is 40 times more wealthy than the average renter. So listen, if you're on the fence, if you are confused about the housing market, if you're not sure about that next step, what I'd encourage you to do is look long term. Look at the average gap between renters' net worth and homeowners' net worth, and think about the long-term implications of your decision to either rent or to buy. And with that in mind, if you have questions about the mortgage and real estate market, if you're not certain of where the trajectory of the housing market's going and you want a little bit more information, I'd certainly encourage you to reach out to me. I'm here and I'd love to answer your questions.